Well, hey folks, welcome to another edition of What is Ken Up To? Garden edition, actually. It is springtime. Spring has just started up here in Southern California, here in Orange County. And I live in a typical tract home, meaning fairly small yard and fairly small storage in the house. But that's what this whole program is really about. Just going around your home and keeping things up and some workshop stuff, and we'll get all to that in other videos. But today, I want to talk to you about my nectarine tree here. Now, we've had this tree, I think this is about its 7th year, I would say, and it's just leafing out, as you can see. Well, last year, I guess it was last May or so, uh, tree was just all bushed out. It was beautiful. There was a lot of fruit just setting on it, all about, the size of maybe a ping pong ball. And it was time to get in there because so much of the fruit was setting so quickly and just kind of thin out the fruit. And what I noticed was this strange little copper kind of maroon color blotch on my leaves. I had not noticed that before because when the fruit is setting, it's kind of the same color. It's kind of like that coppery maroon color. And as I was kind of pruning off some of the excess fruit, I noticed this. And it was actually like a little bubble up of this maroon color. And then if you turn the leaf over, it was almost as if you took your finger and pushed the leaf up and it formed a little bubble. Now, long story short, what I found out that was leaf curl on a stone fruit tree. Now I deal with leaf curl. I've got a lot of citrus plants here. None of them I have any real problem with it, but I know what to look for. It's easy to deal with on my citrus trees. I just simply, it's usually so small when I see it, I kind of trim those off, or on my larger orange tree, I don't even care about it. It doesn't have any effect on it, but I'd never seen it in the time that we had this on this nectarine tree before. So I had to figure out how to deal with it. I looked it up online and I quickly found out that you need to spray it with copper. So I went out and bought, I might even bought this online. This is the Bonide Copper Fungicide. And, it's not cheap, 16 ounces. I think it's about $18 for this. It is a concentrate, so you don't have to use a lot of it. And it comes in different forms, by the way. You can get it like this, you can get it in a powder, but you can also get it in a sprayer similar to this. Now, I already have this. This is a sprayer that some other product came in. It was actually Crud Cutter house cleaner I've had for years, and I always rinse it out and use it over and over again. So that is what I used last year. Had so many leaves on it. It was so dense. I wanted to have a powerful spray so I could really get the tree saturated. So I put the concentrate in here, connected the hose, and went at it. I did that. It said that I did that one day, and then on the bottle it suggests that you come back again in about 10 or 14 days, and I did it again. Well, after that, I just waited to see what would happen, and it was kind of interesting. I'd say for about 4 weeks, nothing happened. The tree looked exactly the same. The fruit didn't ripen up. Leaves were not falling off the tree. It was just like it was in some sort of state of suspended animation. It was just like, stopped in time. After about 4 weeks, though, the fruit started to get a little bit larger and started to ripen up. And although the fruit overall, the nectarines, were somewhat undersized, they were absolutely delicious, and I had almost like a bumper crop. So I got to tell you, this stuff works, and I buy a lot of the Bonide products. It's not like get these free or anything. I like these products a lot. There are other copper fungicides you can get. I found online on Amazon. There's another product. I think it's called Southern AG is the name of the brand, and it costs less per ounce. This has about 2%, a little bit less than 2% of copper in it, overall copper amount in here. That other brand has about 8%. However, what I like about this is right on, the label on here, it says for use of peach tree citrus curl. So, nectarine tree, same difference. So I'm sticking with this. By the way, you can use this for black spot, any kind of fungicide on pretty much any one of your plants. If you get this on, you got the black spot on roses or something like that, you can spray that with it on just about any kind of plant. This is going to really help you out. For those some of the smaller issues I may have on my roses, I'll use another product just simply because this is kind of expensive. Well, today, since this is just leafing out right now, I'm not going to use that big sprayer. I am going to use just simply a handheld sprayer. So the concentrate on this is anywhere from a ½ ounce to 2 ounces per gallon. This is a gallon here. I'm going to use about 1 ounce in here, and then just go at it and spray the leaves. And that'll be my first application of this year. And we'll see how it does. So hopefully I don't have any more issues as I did last year, a couple of months from now, once this all leaves out. All right, so let's get this in here. You don't want to shake it up a little bit. And as I said, this suggests anywhere from a ½ ounce to 2 ounces per gallon. I use 1 ounce. You know, I just eyeball it. This is a 1 gallon container. So I'm going to put this in here and get it in. That's about an ounce, you know, give or take. Hey, I'm going to put a little bit more, just a little preventative medicine there, put a little bit extra on. And we'll put this on here. These sprayers are really good, by the way. I use this for several different applications. Sometimes I will rinse this out and just simply have water in it, and I'll use it to spray my seedlings, and that works really well as well. So these are really good. Might want to pick up a couple of these. One maybe for spraying fungicide, another one just to have water to spray your seedlings. And you know, really handy to have these around. So let's get to spraying the tree. Well, all right, we've got all that taken care of, and you know, we'll see what happens in a couple months. I am going to go ahead and spray this again once it leaves out, and probably use that other stronger sprayer when that happens, just to prevent any of that leaf curl from coming back. So, you know, it's all taken care of for, I would say, at least about 6 weeks, 6 to 8 weeks or so. These sprayers, by the way, these pump sprayers, they have a little knob on them, so you can change how much you want to spray out while you're using them. I really like them, so pick these up. Now, we've got one other little thing that we have to do here at the beginning of spring. We'll show you that next. Well, folks, as we move on to the next task here at the beginning of spring here in my backyard, clouds have rolled in a little bit, so it's a little more overcast, but kind of nice out. I'm going to fertilize my fruit trees right now, and there's a couple different ways you can do this. You can use a granulated, or you can use a liquid of some sort. And what I like to use is it's called Urban Farm, and this one is for fruit trees. They make all different varieties of fertilizer, and this is about 1 tablespoon per gallon. Now, this isn't cheap. This jug here, it's 1 gallon, and this goes for something like $40. However, one of these will last me in my small yard maybe about 3 years, so it works out for me. The reason why I use the liquid over the granulated is because 2 reasons really. One, a lot of where my trees are planted, I've got some rocks in the surrounding area. Our soil is really hard, so this easily gets down into the roots. The other reason is organic granulated fertilizer like plant tone and things like that. They have bone meal in them and all kinds of other things, and our dogs like to go after it. So it doesn't seem to hurt them, but they'll go all around the plants trying to get at it. And again, because our ground is so hard, it's very hard to work that fertilizer in. So that's why I go with the liquid. Again, you know, this isn't cheap, but it does last quite a while. Again, about 1 tablespoon a gallon seems to work for me. And then the other thing I need to do in our backyard Our dirt here, our soil, if you want to even call it that, is high in alkaline. It's quite rocky and dense and clay-like, and because of that, the plants are much harder for any of our plants, our little citrus trees and all, to take up iron. So therefore, I always like to supplement with some iron as well. There's all different ones you can get. There's ironite. There's a liquid chelated iron, which is probably the best you can use. But I have found this is by Growmore, and this is a powder, and this is also the chelated iron. That's what you want. It helps the plants a lot more take up the iron. And the reason why I like this is it is a powder, but it's water soluble. You can put it in, again, it's about the same as, that fertilizer I just showed you. It's about 1 tablespoon a gallon. In fact, that's what I do. I put it in right with the fertilizer in buckets, and then go ahead and dump it out around the trees. However, you can sprinkle this right into the ground. So, it's really works well for me. And this is not that expensive, probably about $10, and this goes a long way. So that's what I'm going to do here. In just a few minutes, go around to my trees and do all that here at the start of spring. Now, I'll hit all my fruit trees. The only two I won't hit right now, an apple and pear tree, and they got a while to go. They are just beginning to leaf out. Hit those in maybe in a couple months. I do have one apple tree. It's an Anna apple, very similar to an Anna apple. It gives me fruit twice a year, so I'm going to definitely fertilize that. That needs it. I'm looking over across the yard. It's got a lot of buds on it right now, a lot of flowers coming out. So I'm going to be doing that. One other thing I want to talk about very quickly that's going on in our area and throughout many areas, especially in Florida, and that is what they call the citrus greening disease. And it's really hitting a lot of the citrus crops hard. It's now worked its way into Southern California. A few months ago, it was back in probably November, I noticed it on my grapefruit tree. Here's my little grapefruit tree right here. And the way I noticed it is that the fruit wasn't ripening very consistently. The bottom of the grapefruits were green, and then the tops were sort of this mottled color. I'll insert a picture here, which is a sign of citrus greening disease. Now, I sent my photos in to the Department of Agriculture here in Southern California. They came out, looked at my trees, and took some samples. They took some leaf samples, tagged the trees. They never got back to me on that, so I'm thinking I was probably okay. The grapefruit went on to ripen quite well, and I had a really good crop. This little tree gave me probably like 25 grapefruit, excellent flavor. And I don't know if you can see it here, but it's all leafing out again really nice. So chances are I did not have that disease, but they do have a quarantine right now going in Southern California, and you can't even buy citrus trees if you go to local Lowe's or Home Depot or even garden centers. They don't have them available at this time. So I wanted to get another little lime tree, but can't do that right now. So nothing I can do about that. As I said, they are going around the area and trying to control it. Somehow, once your trees have it, they have it. There's not much they can do. They can just help prevent spread of it. But I am going to get to fertilizing these, and then I'll be all ready for this part of the year at the start of spring, and hopefully have good crops of fruit this year. So we'll see. Hey, thanks for watching. I really appreciate it, and we'll see you next time on What is Ken Up To? Thanks for watching. Well, hey, folks, it's been about a week and a half since I sprayed my nectarine tree here with the copper spray. And unfortunately, the leaf curl has come back. Oh, the leaves have flushed out really nice. I did have to spray it again, this time using my stronger sprayer. So we'll see what happens. It is suggested to keep on this maybe every 10 to 14 days. So I'll do it again in probably another a week and a half or so. And hopefully that prevents any more spread. But we'll see what happens. I'll keep you posted.